More exciting Kentucky football news. Well, Tavian Menzel, the running back I've been gleaning over, the guy we got from Georgia. He was committed to Georgia. Finally gets healthy. Has a season-ending injury 2 days ago. He's done had surgery. He's out. And that insult to injury, they've just now informed us that Alex Safari Jr., our best tackler from last year, is not eligible to play. So you tell the kid he's eligible to play. He's out there on the practice field practicing. Now he's got to join the lawsuit to get his 5th year. I mean, you're wrong for that. This all should have been handled months ago. I don't feel like that's right to do a kid that way. I know Tennessee had some problems out of that a few years back. South Carolina had a running back problem. They waited till the last minute. I think his legal team will get this fixed, though, pretty fast. This episode, we're going to talk a little bit about concealed carry. And then we're going to do Big Barney Ross basement bourbon bookie bets. That's right, week 0. You're not getting away from the basement bourbon bookie bets. No. Tavion, hate to see it, man. You just said 3 years of injuries. I'm pretty sure at the end of this thing here, it's just time to cut ways. You've been enrolled for 3 years and you've produced squat. Alex Safari Jr., I hate to see what they're doing to you. That's not right. Everything was revoked Friday. So a couple weeks before we kick off, hey, you're going to be without your leading tackler. I know we told you he could play. My bad. You see how dumb that is? Lawsuit time. I'm pretty sure he's going to win it, but you need to do it with a quickness. So the NCAA waits 2 weeks until kickoff, and this tells them, I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cincinnati Reds are 19 and a half games back. We're getting close to that 25 mark before October. On a positive note, Kentucky basketball has signed a 5-star, 6'9", 230-pound beast, really. Guy's always scored 20 or better against us when he's playing at other teams. Mark Mitchell. We're not talking about the shampoo or the hair products. We're talking about Ford to come over from Missouri. He's ranked number 3 in powerhouse Fords in the nation. He's ranked 13th nationally overall. That is an exceptional get. We're stacked in basketball. We're a basketball school, Big Barney Ross. Saturday, August 29th. North Carolina versus TCU. Dublin, Ireland, 12 p.m. San Jose State at USC. 3 p.m. North Carolina State at Virginia at 3:30. Jacksonville State versus North Dakota State at 5:30. Florida State versus New Mexico at 7. Hawaii versus Stanford, 7 p.m. Sacramento State versus East Michigan, 6:30. Memphis versus UNLV at 10 o'clock. Just for a ticket, take the TCU Frogs and the 7 points over North Carolina. I really like UNLV at 6.5 favorite over Memphis. I could see a 35-27 game there for the Rebels. Dan the man, is he going to screw this one up? I know he did last year, but I don't think he'll do it 2 years in a row. Unless the copper has done gone to his head. He still wears penny loafers. Those went out with cap teeth in the 80s. I'm taking Stanford 5.5 over Hawaii to win and cover. It's just a mismatch over Hawaii's defense. It just Stanford ought to win that. USC over San Jose. That's a 38-point spread, people. I'm going to take USC to cover that. They're a heavy favorite for a reason. And I think they will probably win 42 to 45, 46, somewhere in the 40s to like 3. Here's an interesting game, North Carolina State versus Virginia. I took the under at 53.5. I'm not about to touch that point spread. I think it's going to be tight. But I think it's going to be a defensive struggle, and I think that it's going to be under the 53.5. Sacramento versus East Michigan. I took the under on that too. They just ain't no offense. 52.5 points. It's going to be a game of one team moves the ball 80 yards, gets stopped. The other team will move it back 70 yards, get stopped. And then they'll do 50, then they'll do 80, then they'll do, I think it's going to be on the under as well. Flow Rider. Over and under at 53.5. And Florida's a 31.5 point favorite. Give me Florida State. I ain't sure New Mexico could beat the kids up here at the Y. Last and probably least, Jacksonville State at North Dakota State. It's just 6.5. Give me North Dakota State. Give me North Dakota State. I like them to win by 7 or more. That is a 5:30 game, but North Dakota State. I'm going to give North Dakota State the benefit of doubt, being it's at home. I like North Dakota State to pull the win there. There you have it. Big Barney Ross Basement Bourbon Bookie Bets for week 0. TCU, UNLV, Stanford, San Jose State, North Carolina State against Virginia. Take the under. Sacramento versus East Michigan. That's another under. Florida, New Mexico. I almost went with the over, but I'm just going to take Florida State to cover. They'll probably win that by 35, 37 points. And Jacksonville State at North Dakota State. I'll take ND State all day at 6.5. They'll probably win by 9. Well, there you have it. Now, concealed carry. In my state, you don't need a license. You walk around with 5 clips, a concealed pistol, and you don't have to have a permit. You still got to observe all the... If there's a sticker with a gun and a circle and a slash through it, I mean, don't enter with it, you still have to observe that. Schools will have them. Courthouses will have them. Certain businesses will have them that serve alcohol. The bottom line, one of the reasons the state went away from that, if you get pulled over by law enforcement, dispatch lets them know. Whenever he enters, gives them their drivers or the ID tag number or whatever. Whenever they run your tags, they'll let the officer know, A, if you've got insurance, B, if you've got any warrants, felonies, or this, that, or the other, C, if you're a concealed carry permit holder. Now, when I was a wee little lad, I went and got my concealed carry permit and thought I was bad. Big bad, I can carry a gun. I get pulled up. Dude unhosts, gets out the car, unhosts his gun, got gun in hand, walks up, sticks it to the side of my head. I ain't kidding. And I'm a kid. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And dude just terrified. He knows I've got a gun because dispatch has told him that. And dude's just not saying nothing. He's not answering my questions. He's got a gun to my head. Literally scared shitless. And he's a rookie, you could tell. Finally, I was like, you get your GD supervisor and you get him down here right now. Supervisor shows up, grabs the officer, puts him in a patrol car, comes up, and all he said, you're free to go. Well, that was back in the day. Now people's got cameras with a suit, and this, that, or the other, A lot of states, people don't realize that. You're taking your life in your own hands, especially by statey. Every now and then you get an old dude that ain't scared of nothing. He don't care if you got a gun or a bazooka. He's gonna go up there and do his job, talk to you like you're a man, handle business, and be on his way. For the vast majority of them that I've experienced, I've had them pull up. I've never had one not really draw down on me. Then they realize they have overreacted. And they're like, well, you just don't realize how dangerous it is. Buddy, I was an MP in Baghdad. I didn't treat them people like that, and they had AKs in their car. Rocket launchers. How odd that is, pulling a woman over and there's an RPG sitting over in the passenger seat. Suicide bombers. I mean, you live in a town of 132 people, and they hadn't been a murder since 1852, and the crime rate here is like 0.7. You scared for your life? You gotta understand what you've got here. Concealed carry. I'm lucky enough now they done away with that. Mainly because that went on to the point where people just had enough of it. Now there's a lot of states that you have to let the officer know before they get to the window. You're supposed to they teach you in class, stick both hands out the window and let the cop know that you are a legally licensed firearm carrier. It's not good. I'm telling you right now. You get these idiots that think that having a concealed permit is going to allow you to be the judge, jury, and executioner if something happens, and you're legally going to be all right. Well, fortunate enough, my state had enough intelligence to do away with that. Normally, if you get pulled over, roll your window down, take the keys, set them up on top, and just put your hands up there. After the dude gets done cussing you, calling you names and whatever, just talk real normal. Show them that you're not scared. Just answer his questions. They usually calm down pretty quick. You got any weapons in the car? I have a pocket knife. They don't need to know. This is not You can carry a concealed weapon. You don't need a permit in my state. Main thing you want to do here is not get shot because this dude is scared. And like I said, they hadn't been a murder or anything. You're not living in a high crime rate, and you got these little weenies running around out here that just absolutely have no business doing this job whatsoever. Or you get the polar opposite, a Marine who's been spent 15 months in Fallujah. You need to exercise caution whenever you have a concealed carry permit. What you say and what you do will determine how your day is going to go. If you are so inclined to tell them, I have my license legally able to carry a firearm, it's in the glove box, how would you like for me to proceed? Probably your best course of action. An unloaded gun will get you killed. There's an argument of, do I need to leave one in the chamber? Well, if you got a revolver, you don't have to worry about that. Yes. And just my opinion, I always had mine chambered. With the way safeties and everything that's come along, it's not going to go off unless you depress the trigger. However, one of our rules of engagement for a little while in the theater of combat, not allowed to have a chambered weapon even out doing. What good's that do you, man? You got to rack around in there during the firefight. Now they quickly went away from that. Concealed carry. There's a reason there's not a lot of high crime rate here, other than petty theft or just nonsense. Everybody's armed. So if you're going to be armed, you're going to have to use some common sense. Don't put yourself in position to be ended by law enforcement by reaching. Oh yeah, I'm concealed carry. It's right here. Always down here in the console and reach for it to show it to them. Now, the best course of action is to remain calm. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Take your keys out of the ignition. Lay them up on the dashboard so the dude knows you ain't going to run off. You ain't a flight risk. Just let him know he's boss. And when he gets done with his initial shock and awe like they do in the military, just answer the questions. You'll have a good day. There's nothing wrong with concealed carry. But back when everybody had a permit, that was dangerous. Cop walking up to your car knowing you got a gun, and it wasn't good. So they knew, they changed that here, so they just assume everybody's got a gun. It made it a lot easier. So if you are going to carry concealed carry, always carry. You're going to be in a restaurant. Little kids are going to bump into you. A whole lot of factors goes involved. Carrying an instrument, tool, most people don't take in consideration. A lot of school teachers got the bright idea, well, we need to be armed. No. You need to go to class and get a bunch of training before you just start pistol packing. Then you need to be armed. They skipped a couple steps, went straight to carrying a gun. No training, no nothing. That didn't work out well either. But if you're going to conceal carry, be smart. Just know you don't even have to draw that thing. Like I said, you bend over and your shirt comes up and a Karen or one of these Chads or little weaselly individuals that just loves the drama and lawsuits sees it, they're going to call the cops. They're going to tell them that you flashed them and they feel threatened. Guess what's going to happen to you? You know, so there is common sense. The concealed part on that carry is vital. Vital. You don't want people to know you got it. Ankle holster like this, whole lot harder to flash somebody with it. It's called a holdout piece. Waistband, belly band. I'm a bigger dude, so I can kind of hide it. Nobody's gonna see it. I can get I can get a full Glock 17 in there. I don't even have to be a micro 9mm. I can hide a big, I can hide a hand cannon. 357 Magnum, my waistline. Nobody gonna know it. If you conceal carry training classes, don't watch YouTube. Navy SEALs or Green Berets tell you this, that, or the other. You're not a Navy SEAL or a Green Beret, so you're not going to have their skill set. And I don't think a 7-minute tutorial on YouTube is going to get you up to speed where you can go past the O course or the Q course or be Ranger qualified. All right. Go out there, take you a legit class, learn some safety, learn how to conceal carry in the proper way. All right. Concealment. And then pray. If you're into religion, or if you're not, whatever, just hope you never have to draw that piece of equipment. But you'll have it if you're there. And if you do have to draw it, you don't want to do a whole bunch. You don't want to shoot a whole bunch of rounds like the In-N-Out burger guy. Ain't no telling where those rounds went. Wasn't alone. You had state trooper shooting rounds. Ain't no telling where them rounds went. Off-duty trooper. Then you had the two dudes in the joint firing rounds. Ain't no telling where those rounds. You'll learn if you take a decent class at all. Target acquisition. When and when not to fire. When and when not to pull it out. Common sense. Believe it or not, street smarts is one thing, but common sense will save you. And I blame bad TV for a lot of the idiotic things that we did during the war. All right. Command thinking we're LA SWAT. We're just going to rappel down, go through windows, and kick doors in all simultaneously. We actually tried that. Well, we're not SWAT, and B, look how hard of a time they have doing it, and that's what they do for a living. All right. You're not going to A-team your way to a victory here. That's all I'm saying. And whatever you've got running through your mind, the hero lights, the glory, pretty much the opposite of that more than likely is going to happen if you ever draw. This is a last resort. Pregnant woman and kid. Yeah. I think that's acceptable to give my life in the last stand of the 300 if I had to, there's certain things that I would put myself in harm's way to the end. But carrying concealed is not designed for that. Y'all think about it. I'm out of here.